This is the Phillies Postcast, your instant game reaction for the Philadelphia Phillies. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
So hold on a second. The Phillies can get a good start from the starting pitcher who wasn't really healthy, but was healthy today over 5 innings, only allowing 2 runs to Cristopher Sanchez. The Phillies can hit 3 home runs in the game, including Kyle Schwarber's 9th home run of the season, including a 3-run homer that he hit today in the first inning to jumpstart the Phillies offense, much like he did yesterday. And the bullpen can be perfect over 4 innings of work. What is that even allowed, people? I don't know how to feel this feeling that I feel, which is a feeling I don't often get with our ball club, ladies and gentlemen. I don't get this feeling really ever. And it's a feeling of content. I feel very content after the Phillies actually checked every box they had to check during this ball game, including the main thing. The main thing is winning the series. And the Phillies at least have clinched this 3-game series by taking games 1 and 2. I don't have to mansplain math to you, but you get it. They win the series with a complete game from everybody, and there was no implosion. There was no, oh my goodness gracious, how does he do that? There was nothing like that. And everybody helped. Unfortunately, Edmundo Sosa is doing well tonight, especially with what he did. 0 for 4, Edmundo Sosa. Okay, there we'll say that. Oh, let's harp on that for 10 minutes. No. I am so pleased with the Phillies doing exactly what they should do against a team like the Nationals. And I don't think that the Nationals are some god-awful team that are just, you get beat on them through the rest of the season. But they are a team you should beat with great regularity, and taking both series so far to start off the season against the Nationals is a very good thing, especially when it's coming off the heels of another series win that was on the heels of getting swept out of Flushing, New York against the Mets. So the path back to righteousness, maybe that's a little over dramatic. The path back to success, we'll call it that. The path back to better baseball had to go through Wrigley by way of South Philly and then through the Nationals into a 3-game series over the weekend against the Diamondbacks. Before I go any further, let me again acknowledge I will not be doing any postcasts over the weekend. I'll be on a family vacation for the weekend, so no postcasts. I'm sorry. Try not to miss me too much. But make sure you still like and subscribe right here to Locked On Sports, Locked On Phillies YouTube channel. That's Locked On Phillies YouTube channel. Connor Thomas has you covered each and every day with great Phillies content, especially when it comes to his Locked On Phillies podcast, the daily podcast. And I have you covered through your postcast needs through the vast majority of the season, with an exception being this weekend where I'm going on vacation. So anyway, other than that, I got you covered for it all. Let's start it with 3 big things. Number 1, Cristopher Sanchez, would he look healthy in tonight's game? I thought he was going to get a little bit more time off. He did not. They used the off day. That's all he needed. The last time he pitched was against the New York Mets, where he did not have anything close to control of his changeup. Came out after the game. Originally, it was reported that he had tightness in his left forearm, ended up being soreness, and then also numbness. Rob Thompson said after that start that this is something that Cristopher Sanchez has had. This is something that he's dealt with throughout his career, and he's dealing with it again now, so it's just the way it goes. And okay, well, we'll see if he misses a start. Well, he comes out today. Phillies did have a day off. Comes out today, and he looked a lot like the guy. Were there innings where he struggled a little bit? 3rd inning, 26 pitches. He even got a double play in that inning, but still 26 pitches is a lot for him to throw. 23 pitches is what he ended up throwing in the 5th inning, but he got through it. He did allow a run to score in that one, but all in all, the changeup when needed, the changeup was there. When he needed a put-away pitch, he often leaned on that. The sinker had life to it, so the changeup was working. The sinker had 94, 95 mile per hour stank on it with movement and some run. So that was good to see. There was nothing I saw tonight from Cristopher Sanchez that made me go, all right, I'm concerned. Get him out of the game. Get the hook. All in all, he picks up his 3rd win of the season. He improves to 3-1 on the season. 5 innings, 2 runs, 5 hits, 3 walks, a little much, 6 strikeouts, 87 pitches to get through 5 innings of work. Was there laboring? Yes, he was laboring at times, but all in all, The velo was there, the run was there, and the changeup dropping off the face of the earth was spectacular. And I thought the last pitch he threw of the game to put away Josh Bell in the fifth inning was the best pitch he threw all night. He threw a changeup, seventh pitch of that at bat that just fell off. And Josh Bell was just left there fishing for it. And it did not look good on his part, but it looked great on Cristopher Sanchez's part. So Cristopher Sanchez, number one. Number two, bullpen perfect. Can't say it enough. I don't know who put it forth on their bingo card. Jose Ruiz, Tanner Banks coming out there and doing some work, and Carlos Hernandez coming out there and doing some work tonight. Again, I'll show the pitching numbers one more time. You see Jose Ruiz going out there, giving you a little bit more than an inning, gets you 4 outs tonight. Does strike out 2. Only needed 13 pitches to get through that. Tanner Banks, how about this guy? He's able to pitch over the course of 2 innings today. He gets you 5 outs in tonight's ball game, including 4 strikeouts, 27 pitches to get through that, 20 of them for strikes. And then Carlos Hernandez, I'll just take 8 pitches. I know we're on a schedule here. I'll just use 8 pitches and I'll get out of this 9th inning. No problem. Bing, bang, boom. They face 4 innings of work, the bullpen tonight. Not a hit, not a run, not a walk. Perfect. Not a hit batsman. Chef's kiss. Perfect performance by your Phillies bullpen tonight. There was no, and I heard during the home broadcast on NBC Sports Philadelphia, I heard my dear friend A. Fadul shout out, hopefully they keep this one together and just keep rolling through this. It was like at the middle of the 7th inning, I think it was end of the 7th inning, maybe start of the 8th inning. And it was like, let's not jinx anything. Well, this, that, the other. And they did it. The bullpen was clutch. And not only did the bullpen be clutch tonight, not only was the bullpen clutch tonight, but also the power was there. That's number 3. The power in tonight's ball game. The power. Kyle Schwarber got you started, as I mentioned, with his 9th home run of the season, a 3-run home run. With one hand, by the way. 2 of the home runs hit tonight. J.T. Realmuto to cap off the scoring, their 7th run of the ball game. A solo home run to left field. And Kyle Schwarber's home run of the first inning. Both those home runs hit with one hand. One hand. Kyle Schwarber's home run went 394 feet off the facing of the second deck in right field. And the man swung with one hand, people. On a curveball, a hanging curveball. He just went down one hand with the old 7-iron and golfed it out of the ballpark for a 3-run home run. You love to see it from the Schwarberian. Then, a little bit later in the ballgame, Max Kepler stepped up to the plate. Actually, much later in the ballgame, he stepped up in the 6th inning, got the Phillies' 6th run of the ballgame with a solo home run. This one was a fastball out over the middle of the plate, and he just got all of it to right field, 6-2, just like that. And then at the bottom of the 8th inning, J.T. Realmuto again going down with a one-hand swing on a 2-2 slider, and J.T. Realmuto really went down and got this baseball and golfed that one out to left field. Love to see it. They kept adding runs tonight. So I absolutely love every second of that. If I had just one complaint about tonight's game, it's really dumb. Let me just preface this by saying this. It's really dumb. Bryson Stott. 2-hit ball game tonight. Love to see that for him. I think he also had a walk to go through the box score with it. He did not have a walk. 2 for 5 tonight, run scored, also an RBI. Love to see that. Before his last at-bat of the game, which was the last at-bat of the game, Bryson Stott was batting 300 with a what would it have been? He's at 372, right? Or 374 on base percentage. I think he was about 377 on base percentage. He would have had a 300 batting average and a 377 on base percentage, whatever. Would have been 300, his batting average with a 377 on base percentage. To close out tonight's game with that kind of stat line that'd be awesome. That's the Bryson Stott that we've been waiting for. I think somebody said it in the comments last night, or can't remember if it was on my own show this morning, but somebody said this might be the breakout season that we've been waiting for with Bryson Stott. Let me tell you, before the season started, I laid out some bold predictions for the Phillies. And one of my bold predictions was Bryson Stott's an all-star. With the way last year ended, being banged up, whatever, with the way last year ended, that seemed like a far cry. But he has got the talent. He's got the ability. He's a great defensive second baseman. Stayed on a line drive, hit at him at the 8th inning, I think it was. It's all there for him. This could be the year it happens. And I would love to see that happen for Bryson Stott, your leadoff hitter of the Philadelphia Phillies. By the way, Phillies improved to 8-6 with Bryson Stott in the leadoff spot. How about that? So my only complaint is when Johan Rojas got the single to right field in the 8th inning and Bryson Stott had to come back up to the plate to hit, I was like, please get one more hit or work a walk. One more hit or work. Just get on base. That's all it is. Just get on base. And then when I saw he lined out to, I think he lined out to right. No, sorry, the comebacker to the pitcher there. The G1, he grounded out there, and that was that. And the batting average plummeted below 300. Wah, wah. But all in all, love what I saw from the Phillies tonight. When we come back, we'll tell you the player of the game. When we come back, we'll tell you the turning point of this game. And when we come back, we'll tell you what you'll be talking about tomorrow, or we'll at least talk about what you'll be talking about tomorrow. And then we're also going to go through the comments and see what you guys have to say about the Phillies winning 4 in a row. That's beyond the 3-game winning streak. That's pretty tight. You know what I'm saying? That's when we come back. This is Locked On Phillies postcast and the Locked On Sports Philadelphia, Locked On Phillies YouTube channel. Let me tell you about managing money with Monarch Money. Make it easy on yourself, people. Okay? Use Monarch Money, please, and thank you. Ever check your bank account and think to yourself, where did the money go? Between dining out, online shopping, entertainment as well, it's easy to lose track of all that dough. That's where Monarch Money comes in, your personal CFO, giving you full visibility and control of your finances. Monarch Money isn't just a budgeting app. Come on now. It's a complete financial command center. That's how you have to think of it. You can also track all your accounts, investments, and spending in one place. So you stop just managing your money and start building wealth. Surprising insights? When using Monarch Money, I realized how much money I was spending on food deliveries. Come on, man. Cook a meal or two. You know what I mean? All in one convenience as well. It's all right there. Forget about juggling multiple apps. You don't need to do that. And how about this? If you're trying to manage money with your partner, for instance, maybe it's a new relationship. Maybe you just got married. You're combining finances, all that fun stuff. Oh, baby, Monarch Money helps out everybody. You can track shared and personal accounts, set goals, and stay on the same page without the stress. Come on, who wants stress? Take control of your finances with Monarch Money and use promo code LOCKEDONMLB. That's LOCKEDONMLB at monarchmoney.com for 50% off your first year. Monarchmoney.com. Promo code LOCKEDONMLB for half off your first year at monarchmoney.com. Let's take a moment here and appreciate wonderful pistachios, okay? Because I'm not here to tell you about some average pistachio. I'm not here to tell you about some, okay pistachio. I'm here to tell you about wonderful pistachios, all right? Don't waste my time with anything else. If you're looking for a snack that's both delicious and nutritious, crack into a good source of protein with Wonderful Pistachios. Wonderful Pistachios is one of the highest protein nuts out there. Each 1 ounce serving has 6 grams of protein, giving you over 10% of your daily value. Plus, they're packed with fiber and better for you unsaturated fats to keep you feeling fuller, longer, and also healthier. Personally, I love the no shells variety. Get right to it. You know what I'm saying? It's fantastic. And again, they're the green wonders that pack a protein punch. Satisfying crack of opening each shell. It's like a snack meditation. That's how good it is. Whether you're running between meetings or dropping the kids off, Wonderful Pistachios are the snack that works as hard as you do. Get cracking and get snacking with the snacks that pack a protein punch. WonderfulPistachios.com to learn more. Go to WonderfulPistachios.com. All right, let's talk about your player of the game, ladies and gentlemen.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
So tough with so many players playing well today. But look, I didn't have a huge concern with Cristopher Sanchez. I didn't think the Phillies were going to put him in a bad spot. They put him out there, 5 innings, 2 runs. Love to see it. A lot of pitches in that time, but still 87 pitches, a lot of pitches in 5 innings. But he got through it. Not my player of the game. My player of the game is Kyle Schwarber, who participated in tonight's game with yet another Schwarbomb of a home run at Citizens Bank Park. You get him hot before June, You're talking about 9 home runs already for this guy? Yeah, I'll take it. Thank you. And the fact that he did it in such a dramatic way by being able to drop the barrel of the bat that low in the zone and scoop that pitch off the dirt, essentially, to belt it 394 feet to right field for that home run off the facing of the second deck was spectacular. Those 3 runs jump-started the Phillies' offense. As far as a turning point went...
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
I think most people watching modern baseball today, they look at a pitch count throughout the game, and they're just like, come on, big bucks, no whammies, big bucks, no whammies, come on. And Cristopher Sanchez getting that pitch count up there, I didn't feel he was going to be out there again for the 6th inning. So when you saw Jose Ruiz come into the ball game, you're going, don't blow this, big fella. Don't blow it. And he didn't. He was perfect, just like the rest of this Phillies bullpen. So if you talk about a turning point, yeah, you can certainly say Kyle Schwarber's home run really put things in favor of the Phils. Get a 3-run homer early in the game. Yeah, you're feeling pretty good about yourself. But this Phillies team needs the bullpen. They're going to win with any great consistency. They're going to need the bullpen. And they got the bullpen tonight. So for me, the turning point when the door was slammed was when your bullpen started to be perfect. And that started with Jose Ruiz coming into the 6th inning. 1, 2, 3 inning, including 2 strikeouts. Got Cruz on a changeup. It's just unfair against Cruz now. It's like, should he even play against the Phillies? It's just unfair. Then he got Tenna to strike out on a fastball. Love to see that. And then the bunt. Jeez. He's probably been talking Eagles more than lately. The bunt by Young to lead off the 7th inning with the first pitch, drops down the bunt. Ruiz is like, that's adorable. Fields it, catches it. 1 out's retired. They bring in Banks, and Banks just takes care of business, as does Carlos Hernandez later in the game. Love to see this from this Phillies team. That could have been a turning point for me. It was a turning point in terms of knowing that the Phillies were going to win the game. And that's when it started feeling really good. As far as what you'll be talking about tomorrow.
This is what you'll be talking about.
Now, I know, sometimes, we focus on negative things, people might say, negative things, like Trey Turner, for instance, coming up with 3 misplays, 2 on 1 play, which was amazing. But he was also 4 for 4 last night. That's good, too. He's also been hitting the ball pretty well lately. But boneheadedness will always, for me, overtake good hitting. So, yeah, I'll have a problem with that. But what you might not be talking about tomorrow is the Phillies, because they didn't give you anything to be upset about in this game. Anything you can talk about with this game is a positive thing. Cristopher Sanchez looking healthy. Again, getting the run on the sinker. Home runs. Max Kepler getting another home run for himself. J.T. Realmuto getting another home run for himself. The bullpen being perfect. Bryson Stott just really showing us the level of player that he could really be. And also going after a sweep. Probably tomorrow, if I really had to put my finger on something, it's not going to be anything about this game. It's going to be about close it out. Close out the sweep. Break out the brooms on the Washington Nationals. And take that momentum into the weekend series against the Diamondbacks, who, of course, give us all agita. Bad memories of the NLCS from 2 years ago. Let's get to that. Also, I'm seeing this note from Todd Zlecki, MLB.com. Ranger Suarez will start Sunday. Said Todd Zlecki is the best. Against said Ron Thompson. Ron Thompson. Please tell me you didn't correct that. He didn't correct that. Sweet. I think I have to respond now with a Ron Swanson gif from Parks and Rec. I think that would be rude if I didn't, right? I'll just do this live. You can talk amongst yourselves for a second. But the boop, boop, boop. Yes, that's all I need. That's good. Todd and I are. Todd, I like Todd. Todd's great. Anyway, let's get to the chat check and see what wonderful people are doing on this fine evening. Jess Patrick, 2. Nice box score, 2 strikeouts, Phillies in 9 innings. How about that as well? Didn't even highlight that. Good call. Multi-hit games for Rojas, Realmuto, and Stotty Tuhati. You love it. Stotty Tuhati was my own ad lib, Jess. I'm sorry to put that on you. Jeremy, hello. Good evening, Sir Farzi. was a stellar evening. The bullpen was stupendous. The only disappointing thing, I was hoping Dylan Cruz would get the golden sombrero once again. Yeah, he's no bueno. He not so good. He not so good against the Phillies, that's for sure. Speaking of guys flailing at pitches, you know what I mean? Bam Man, hello. Now that is what you want to see against a team like the Nats. The bullpen was even good. The bullpen was perfect. Sanchez doesn't look healthy, though. I mean, he was definitely laboring. I thought he looked healthy. Again, I was looking for the velocity. Velocity was there. How many? Well, that's one thing I didn't look up. How many days between starts was it for him? Was it 6? Oh, Lorda. Live research is so entertaining. All right. The Mets on the 22nd. So, oh, yeah, 8 days. Yeah, I'm going to put it this way. I'm going to chalk up anything I didn't like to an 8-day layoff. That's what I'll chalk it up to. Evelyn. What's up, Evelyn? The bullpen didn't blow it. The bullpen didn't blow it. The bullpen didn't blow it with 10 exclamation points at the end of that last blow it. Bam 100, not now only if the Diamondbacks could score some runs against the Mets. That would be nice. What happened with Rojas there? I didn't see anything after the game yet, but it just looked like he got the wind knocked out of him. He stayed in the game. So there you go. Philly N8, hello. What a relief for the biggest stress of the night to come when Kruk said about pleated pants. And I had to ask my wife if pleated pants were truly not a thing anymore. They're not. I saw somebody wear pleated pants in my family. Well, not blood related. Let me just get that out of the way. In-laws. They wore pleated pants to an event. I won't be specific. They wore pleated pants. That was 3 years ago, and we haven't stopped. We have not stopped ripping, metaphorically speaking, the pleated pants. Like, that's really what's going on here? I don't think you need to do that. Mark K. Hello, Mark K. Unfortunately, I'm stuck watching the Nats broadcast, so I missed that. I also like that they showed the last time the Phillies won by a wild pitch, and I was trying to think of that, too. I wouldn't have never thought to go all the way back to 1993 when Juan Bell scored the game-winning run. But they show the video on the home broadcast of the game-winning run scoring on a wild pitch at the vet. Juan Bell trots home, and then Kruk, of all people, notices what he thought was a streaker. My money's on Danny Jackson ripping his shirt off Hulk Hogan style like he did in 93 and then running by the camera. Because I went back and watched it in slow-mo because, I mean, tell me there's a streaker. I'm curious. And the guy had his pants on. And I do think it was Danny Jackson. Although security was trying to tackle him, so maybe it was Danny Jackson. There you go. BC's back here saying go Dodgers. Yeah. Little G Griffin, hello. I'm a big fan of the Phillies win. I'm a big fan of the Phillies win game. I a big fan of Phillies win game too. Harvey Wendell, can we talk about how good Stott has been leading off? Yes. The red carpet is rolled out for that. I believe I have talked about that. I mentioned that he was at 300 batting average, like a 377 on base percentage before Johan Rojas had to go get another hit, like the selfish guy that he is. You know what I mean? I'm kidding. But I love Bryson Stott at the leadoff spot. Oh, wait, there was one. Oh, wait, hold on. I know I made the note. He had, I think he lost the battle. Yeah, he flew out to right field in the 6th inning, a 9-pitch at bat. He worked a 9-pitch at bat. How many times did the pitcher have to throw to him? 9 times. That was a reach, but I still like saying it. Can't complain or cut the bullpen tonight. Perhaps the pink warning slips were handed out, says Hubert Gaffney Racing Stable LLC. Thank you for the longest handle I think I've ever read. But there you go. They look really good tonight. Mark K, most solid game in a while. Absolutely. Go Sixers, says just keep winning, Farzy. I know. Just keep winning. Mikey B, what a win. Absolutely. Mikey B. Who would have thought we get excited for just a double from Harper? Hey, look, I had to step out of the room for a second, came back, and saw the ball flying into right center field, I think it was. And the first thing I did was go back and to see whether or not it was a fastball. It was a fastball in the 7th inning. And he has not been hitting fastballs well. He crushed that one into the gap. There was one earlier in the game that he missed. Oh, no, the 7th inning was the fastball that he missed, that he just missed. The double, I think the double came on a slider? A slider or a sweeper? Oh, curveball. I'm sorry. Curveball. So there you go. So still not a lot to brag about when it comes to when it comes to hitting fastball, it's still a problem. Philly N8, not wearing pleated pants anymore. That's for sure. Consider this your public service announcement. Hey, let's stop wearing pleated pants, fellas. Okay? The more you know. Now back to reading Rainbow. Okay. Thanks to everybody in the chat. You guys are fantastic as per usual. Phillies and Nationals back at it tomorrow night, 6 o'clock. A little earlier start time. Phillies will try to improve to 18-13. Wait, what am I? No, it's a 6:45 start time tomorrow. The 6:05 is, I believe, the weekend series with those other guys, the Diamondbacks. But 6:45 tomorrow. That's what's going down for your Phillies and Nationals tomorrow in the third and final game of this series. I believe Taijuan Walker is getting the ball for the Phils tomorrow. And he'll go against Brad Lord. Lord 0-3 on the season with a 4.67 ERA. He's given up 9 walks in 17 and a third innings of work. Just 1 home run. He struck out 13. Taijuan Walker has had some struggles as of late. Certainly seems as if the pumpkin is, or the carriage is turning back into a pumpkin potentially here. But either way, Phillies have the series win in their back pocket. Now let's break out the brooms in South Philly. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. You guys are fantastic as per usual. Be back with you guys tomorrow night, hopefully talking about a series sweep for the Nats. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.